This next one is where we're actually going to break the shot. All right, so the first buzzer, we're going to get the gun up into action with two hands on the gun, good solid grip. And then the second buzzer that we'll hear, that will be the indicator to break the shot. So when we break the shot, what we're trying to maintain or what we're trying to eliminate or minimize is the amount of muzzle influence that we're going to put on the gun. So once we find that target, the first buzzer is going to get the gun up into the target zone. The second buzzer will be the opportunity to then break the shot. All right, so this is how the drill will look. So what you may or may not have seen in that particular case is the barrel dropped a little bit. So I'm trying to rush the shot a little bit. So, you know, again, the idea behind this practice is what is it exactly that you're trying to practice? You don't necessarily need a shot clock. You can do the exact same thing with a chrono, and I'll give you an example in a second. All right, so I have this set up for a 3-second countdown. So once I hit the buzzer, it's not nearly as loud, so forces you to focus and dial in on what it is that you're trying to practice. So what you'll see in this next one is using the chrono or the timer countdown with a watch. The buzzer will go continuously, so that gives me an opportunity to try the practice. If I'm successful, I'm going to reset myself up really quickly, listen for the buzzer, and then react. So every 3 seconds, I'm going to hear a beat, 3 seconds continuously, right? So it kind of looks like this. So without the shot clock timer, this time using just a $20 watch. All right. So the first one, we'll let it count down 3 seconds, and then we'll start the practice. So there's another tool that you can use to help you. And the timer is really, it's called a lie detector, call it a vector check, call it whatever you want to call it. The idea though, it's going to give you something to drive for. So right now I've got it set for 3 seconds. You know, after maybe 5-10 minutes, maybe I'll drop that down to 2 seconds or whatever it might be. All right. So this particular drill is really for trigger manipulation. But it's also going to force you to establish a good solid grip. So when you do break the shot, what you're trying to prevent is deviation from the front sight focus to the point of target or to the target of choice that you're trying to shoot at. All right. So one more time, I'll use the timer and then I'll use the chrono. You guys can see the options, okay? All right, so that's with the shot clock timer. The next one will be with the countdown timer on the watch. You just got to pay attention a little bit more. It's not as loud, okay? Good to go. A couple different options. You know, you can use whatever, cutouts, stick anything on the wall, little yellow stickies, anything that you have at home. The setup, however you want to practice. Eventually we'll get through changing magazines and whatnot, but this would be one practice that's going to lead into a couple of different things I would want to practice during a dry fire iteration. All right, guys. Hopefully you liked it. Tune into the Direct Action YouTube channel. You know, it's there to provide some information for you guys. It's just another tool. There's lots of information out there, and there's lots of great guys out there with some great knowledge. Enjoy it. Hopefully it'll help, and keep your stick on the ice.